So in this video, I want to talk about why it's so important to drill deep in specific neighborhoods instead of going really wide in your landscaping business. Okay, so right now we're driving around looking at a bunch of jobs that we've done in this neighborhood specifically. Like this one right here on the right, that job was like $3 grand. If your average job is lower than $3,000, I think this is really important, and it's taken me years to figure this out. All these costly mistakes that you learn, and that's one thing that I can't wrap my head around. I see some landscapers and it's very inspiring, but they get into the business and within the first year or two, they're already doing, you know, $500,000, $1 million. And I was like, how the hell did you go through and learn all of these mistakes that fast? This is my 7th year in the business, and every single other job, I'm still learning something new that's a thorn in my side that's costing me time, energy, and money. There's one big problem that all new landscaping businesses face: taking on work that is outside of their service area. But do you even have a service area? What is your service area? Because I'll tell you one thing, if you don't have one, you're gonna go through a lot of the pain and headache that it took me 3 years to figure out. You maybe shouldn't be driving all over the place to multiple cities doing work. It's very time consuming and it's not very efficient. This one right here, it's not in full bloom yet, but right here, that one was like 8,000. We ripped out everything, put all new plants and all new shrubs and a couple ornamental trees. If your average landscaping job is above $3 grand and you're doing $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 jobs, totally different ball game. Many different ways of small business that you can make more money. One is you can raise prices. 2 is you can lower the cost and be more efficient. 3 is you can expand, right? So it's really hard to expand a business if you're not coming from the top-down model of having your pricing right. It's fine to drive all over the place, but in this video, I want to talk about what I've learned and share with you and why it's so important to drill down with your marketing deep to very specific neighborhoods. I'm Keith Kalfas with the Landscaping Employee Trap, and let's talk more about that after this. Spring cleanup suck because the wind goes left, then it goes right, then it goes left. You feel like you're out there wasting your time. It's just a light touch-up. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. What happened was we got on this neighborhood's Facebook page, and it became, from what I'm aware of, one of the top recommended landscapers and window cleaners in this area. So I go out and send Jim, and I do a postcard mailing of the whole neighborhood. That increases awareness. And then I also reach out back to all these customers with our email marketing campaign. We use MailChimp.com. And so repeatedly blasting and following up the customers in this neighborhood, now everywhere, but a lot in this neighborhood. I'll show you a couple more jobs we did right here. This corner house over here. We did this one right here on the right, a full property trim for $1,500 with mulch. This one right here, we did a full property trim. These are all clients of mine and all their mulch. This one up here on the left with all the gray slate stone on the left right here. This was another, I think this was $7,400. We trimmed all the shrubs and trees on the property. I think we removed the mulch and then put brand new weed barrier fabric and all brand new gray slate stone. One quick little thing that I've learned, learn a lot of hard lessons in this business that cost you time and money. For instance, this is gray slate stone. We've installed a lot of this. It's beautiful decorative stone. It's really popular in this neighborhood. See how it's flat? So when it lays down, it stacks on itself like dominoes. So that means that you actually have to order 30% more of this stone than you even anticipated, because the way it covers, right? It's not thick. The weight is the same, but it's not, doesn't have high volume like lava rock. So if they sell, think about this, a ton of lava rock versus a yard of lava rock. Did you know that a ton of lava rock is the equivalency of 3 yards or 4 yards of stone like this? Because lava rock is very light. It's like pumice. So, and it's fluffy, so it fills up so much more volume. Imagine packing peanuts. You could fill up a semi-truck filled with packing peanuts, and you could probably pick up a semi-truck load of packing peanuts and it weigh like 100 pounds. You know? So it's a, so here's what I learned. When you get inside of a subdivision, there's nextdoor.com. Get on that app and you get into a community. It makes a lot more sense to drill deep. When you find a good subdivision or a good neighborhood where you can get the work that you want to do for the prices that you want, the customers aren't bucking the prices. Like, this is a little sweet spot for us. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but we've done a lot of work in this neighborhood, and we seem to be in this neighborhood consistently. Oh, look, our mulch just showed up, and it showed up in the perfect spot. Good job. That's exactly where we needed it. This is one of the reasons why I like doing bigger jobs or multi-day jobs, because if you're in one spot for 3, 4, 5 days doing a landscaping job, then all the neighbors are going to see you all week long. They're going to see the progress of the work getting done, and they're going to go, you know what, I want mine done too. So it's really cool. When we're in this neighborhood, just like whatever your neighborhood is, and we're doing a job, don't be surprised if you're getting 5, 6, 7, 8 walk-ups and your phone is ringing 10 times with people just in this one neighborhood for people wanting theirs done too. So here's another thing. Take before and after pictures and ask the customers in your perfect neighborhood, please post this on your neighborhood's Facebook page. Please share this on Google. Please take pictures of our work and you share it on Google, on our Google My Business page as well. Please leave us a positive review. Mention that we work specifically in your subdivision. So you're drilling deep just in specific neighborhoods instead of running all over the place. You can find these little jackpots, little sweet spots, right? And this neighborhood is it for us. And now even as I'm talking about this, I'm like, dude, I'm glad I'm talking about this because I needed to hear this myself. This is our neighborhood in 2019. This and the 2 local neighborhoods. We used to drive all over the place, like multiple cities away, and it was so frustrating. And sitting in the truck, burning up gas, time, and labor to go do these jobs. It was all over the place. But now we only like to work in a 5-mile radius, and it's going to be a minimum of $1,500 if we go outside of that, a 5-mile radius, right? So we stay within a 5-mile radius, and we just market only in that one spot. Social proof in psychology says, you know what? I see this company around and they do a great job cutting all the lawns. You know what? I want them to do mine too. You give them a price. You're 20% higher than everybody else. Well, the data shows that these customers are willing to pay 20, 30, 50% more because they've already tried paying less and they know the headache that comes along with it. Look at convenience stores all over the place. People pay a little bit of extra money for trust, for security, for convenience, for a licensed insured company, and they can see what's called results in advance. They see it. That's why it's so important to work in specific neighborhoods only and drill deep over and over and over and over. If you're just in BFE, you know, now I'm saying if you're doing a $20,000 job, different story. And you can take video footage and pictures and you can market your business and show results in advance by marketing your business. And all you have to do is do it, and do it more and more often than your competition. This is actually very simple. Take video clips, start a YouTube channel, your business, and market your business. Because, oh man, it's kind of windy out here. There's another one we did. We did this whole job here. We did this guy here. We probably did a good $50,000 in work in this neighborhood. molasses, man. Stupid. We've branded out the neighborhood. My landscape trailer has the name of my business huge, and it's always in this neighborhood. We also have bandit signs that as soon as we start getting busy here, I'm putting them in the entrances of the subdivision. So every time we're working in this subdivision, I put the bandit sign in the front. Actually, I'm lying to you because I didn't do it this time because I'm sitting here making a video right now. But we put our bandit sign in the front of the subdivision and the back subdivision entrance. We also do the postcard mailings plus the email blasts, and now we're doing a voicemail bomb. So we're going to be dropping ringless voicemail inside of all of our clients directly to their voicemails, anybody that we served before, so we can take care of them again. Now for me, where I'm at in my business, I'm restructuring my whole business model to get the average ticket price and all of our pricing and everything up high enough so we can afford to grow a legitimized business, right? And that's a big struggle with the new small business owners is you, just like I, didn't understand all of the relevant costs that come into play with actually running, you know, a fully above board legitimized business. I mean, if you want to expand a business, it eats into your profit so fast, the cost of labor and not having systems to run everything efficiently. So if you want to learn how to get your landscaping business off the ground fast, check out my free 3 video series. I'll put the link in the description below, and hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, and let me know how long you've been in your landscaping business in the comments below. But check the link below, it'll say 3 free video series. You gotta check it out, it's awesome. Done. It's looking crispy. Alright, so everything we were talking about, there's an emergent property to, if you've been in business for several years and you just keep going and keep doing it, get your customer's email address, send them postcards. If you get a good customer, say over 500 bucks, you send them gourmet brownies in the mail. They love that. You always follow up with their emails. Get on the phone, make a list, call them all up. You know, it's crazy windy over here. Let's go over here. If you're short on work, call them all up. But what happens is, once you've done work for so many people, and you're in the back of so many customers' minds, now your name is out there. Dude, it's even windier over here. And it's not about getting your name out there. You gotta get your name out there. No, it's about getting their names in here. Getting their names in here. So there comes a point, now you go into opportunity overwhelm. Now your phone is ringing so much that you have no choice but to expand and start hiring people. But you can get trapped. You get trapped. And you have to press the reset button on your business like I did. It's where now you can't even afford to hire people because your prices are too low. So what happens, you start raising your prices and now you start losing half your clients. It's just crazy. And they say, but last year you did it for this much. I say, well, this year it's got to be this much. They're like, why such the big increase? Like saying, because you was getting a deal and I wasn't. And I'm showing up to your big ass house sitting here pulling the weeds and putting the mulch down and trimming all the trees while you're looking out the window eating cake. And I'm going home to a 1-bedroom apartment and I ain't got no health insurance. But they don't want to hear that. You should never tell your customers that. If you don't say that, because I have had an anxiety attack in front of a customer and on the phone. And I've actually said stuff like, if you really want to know the truth, it's because we don't have any health insurance and I've been in this business for 8 years and I still ain't making any money. And they're like, sometimes they're like, I completely understand. Yes, we'll hire you. at the new high price. And it's absolutely has backfired me too. They're like, schizophrenic. I gotta go. The business, it's hooked into your emotions. It's hooked into your survival. So it's a hard process. It's only as hard as you make it. Here's where the fear comes in. And that's why I'm talking about drilling deep in a specific neighborhood. You have a lot more control than you think you do, and that you've been led to believe in the story that you're telling yourself in your head. You have a lot more control than you think you do over circumstances. But we've been lied to since birth. We were all lied to, or most of us, on the public side. We were lied to. We've been told lies, folks. It's a conspiracy out here. But you gotta work hard and get, I was just thinking about this. A high school diploma. That was the biggest thing when I was young. Anybody here, let me know in the comments below if you were told that you gotta stay in school and get your high school diploma. If you don't, you gotta get the GED and you gotta go to community college. Community college. I did it all. I ended up in college debt. Actually, I dropped out in 8th grade. Took a GED, went to college, and it was horrible. I learned nothing. I left college to go start my landscape business. So if you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth and you're out there hustling and you got anxiety and you're trying to make ends meet, here's what you gotta do. You gotta take a leap of faith. When the customer calls at your new high price, because you get your name out there, right? If you get your name out there and you're the cheapest guy on the block and you wonder why your phone's ringing off the hook so quickly, there's a problem. And the problem is that you're blind and you don't see that you're getting taken advantage of, folks. Now, but it's when the customer calls and you say, well, we've had an adjustment, a restructuring, and the price is going to be higher. And they go, oh, that's that moment, that Crusoe moment, when you pause and you feel like you're dying. You're like, oh my God, I'm saying no to for sure money. What if they all say no and I'm losing clients? In the last 48 hours, I've lost 2 clients due to high prices. And sucker, I gained 3 more. Was the timing off on that? You're still filming me. So in the last 48 hours, I've lost 2 clients because I raised the prices. Because we do window cleaning too, right? And it was $199 to do a 2-story house. Then it went up to $249. This year it's $299, and we no longer offer free screen cleaning. It's $4 per screen. So that's taken the houses up to over 300 bucks. Losing clients. But here's what you do. You just tell yourself, no, this is normal. That's what it's always been. What are you talking about? Because I'll tell you one thing. Do you live in a house like this? The house, like the clients you serve, do you live in a big house like that? No. It's because they're making a lot more money than you are. So what are you? Are you a slave? Are you a citizen of the state? Huh? Are you under the chains of the Federal Reserve Bank? Huh? You sitting around all night watching 9/11 documentaries? Huh? You think it was an inside job? You think there's underground tunnels? Huh? With magneto trains that go coast to coast in an hour and a half? You think we're getting abducted by the gray aliens? That's why you're broke. Because you're a conspiracy theorist. But I tell you the truth. And nothing stings like the truth. The truth is that there are aliens. Because I've seen some. It was February 14th, 2008. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was terrified. They were standing around my bed with utensils. One of them was smoking a doobie. And I sat up in bed, I started crying. I was terrified. And only one thing could come out of my mouth. There was only one thing I could even muster. I said, What you smoking there, Poppy? And can I have a hit? There's one thing I realized, I was smoking weed that night, and I'd be damned if it wasn't laced with PCP. Because I tell you one thing, I never seen an alien. I never seen one. And aliens aren't paying your motherfuckers, are they? No, neither is Mortal Kombat. So get your ass up and get your shit right. Pound on your chest like a silverback gorilla, and you get out there and you get it, Franklin. And yes, that's your new fucking name, it's Franklin. Because Franklin D. Roosevelt, he's a boss in my book. And that motherfucker was getting paid. Hit the subscribe button. Or I'll be back to kick you in the ass, motherfucker. Okay, stop taping me.